So I finally got access to the new Sora 2 from OpenAI, and it is incredibly good at playing with human emotions. I'll show you exactly what I mean in some videos that I've created with Sora 2. So I want to show you a couple of these, and what I found it's best at doing is creating the kinds of very clickbaity social media videos that you might find on a platform like TikTok or Facebook that maybe before people would have hired actors or staged something. And Sora can do a lot of that for you and create stuff that, again, does a great job of playing with emotion. So I started with just some common everyday scenarios, like a little crazy, but stuff that might actually happen. So here's one of a
Are you kidding me?
knocking over a wedding cake. And you can see it's incredibly good. I mean, it's very realistic. It's not perfect, but you get the crowd reactions. The audio in particular really adds to it, and the camera work here in terms of it being kind of shaky and social media.
Are you kidding me?
I'm so sorry.
It's really awesome. So I decided to do another one. People around where I live are very upset about e-bikes and how they might look on a trail or behave on a trail. So this is one of a e-bike near miss.
On your left.
Oh, goodness gracious! That was too close!
So again, the audio, again, just really enhances this. And I think the audio in particular captures the emotion of these shots. I don't think I realized how significant the audio generation would be. And that's something that VO and Runway and others have not historically done super well. But Sora 2, as you can see, really syncs the audio to the video, but also captures that emotional component to it, like this angry person or the upset crowd in there. This one is, again, another kind of everyday scenario, which is people arguing about a dog being allowed in a supermarket. So let's watch this. And this is almost entirely audio-based.
Animals around the food. What are you thinking?
She's a service dog, sir. She's allowed
Service
to be
dog?
here.
That little fluff ball?
Yes, and the law requires you to let us shop.
You can't bring that thing in here. It's a grocery store, not a park. Health code says no animals around the food. What are you thinking?
She's a service dog, sir. She's allowed
Service
to be
dog?
here.
That little fluff ball?
So you can see this is almost entirely dialogue-based. And you can see some stuff in here, again, that isn't perfect, like the hand kind of moving around down at the bottom of the frame there. That's, a little bit unrealistic. He's got the right number of fingers, but the movement is kind of jerky and not quite right. But again, if you saw this without the watermark on social media, you might believe that somebody had probably hired actors to do this. You probably wouldn't believe that it was a real clip necessarily. The wedding cake one and the near miss on the trail, I think you might. There's a little stutter as the bike passes by. It freezes for a second, so that's a little off. But again, overall, the emotional component here is really strong. So I decided to see what Sora 2 would do if I actually kind of scripted it more. So I took a different LLM, I took ChatGPT, and I said, okay, create scripts or scenarios for kind of more produced videos that would be really emotional and would resonate and do well on social media. And it wrote a bunch of them, and then I fed those into Sora. So this is one that I did. This is a adult daughter debating and then finally calling her mother. So let's watch this one. It might start from a different point. We'll come back to the beginning. There it is.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, Mom. Dinner?
So again, I mean, that really that kind of hits you even if you know that it's totally fake. And it's, again, I think the emotion in the voices, but it's beautifully synced with the visuals there. And again, that's out of a description written by ChatGPT, frame by frame, the shots, the feel, the music, all of that it created, and then Sora is able to duplicate that. So I didn't have to really do anything here aside from just ask for scenarios and then feed it in. And it's not perfect, but again, if you saw this without the watermark, maybe even with the watermark, if you didn't know what Sora was on social media, I think it would really resonate with people. So what does this mean? It means, again, that I think Sora itself as a social network has a lot of potential. People like these kinds of emotionally resonant videos, and I don't know that they care if it's fake. If the emotion feels real, they don't necessarily care if it's AI. They know stuff is actors on social media or it's been staged and people still watch it. So as long as it captures that element of human drama, I'm not sure that people are going to care. And that says to me that the Sora social network, where basically you're just posting videos like this and the best ones bubble up to the top, could actually be a really viable product, something that people will spend a lot of time engaging with because, again, the emotion feels real even if it's totally scripted, and people might not care if it's scripted with actors versus scripted with AI. The other thing is when these videos move off of Sora and land on other platforms like TikTok and Facebook and YouTube Shorts, probably with somebody going in and removing those watermarks, it's going to be very difficult to distinguish what's real and what's not. So if you see something that enrages you or you feel is real on one of those platforms, remind yourself that Sora could very easily have generated something like that, especially with a bunch of tries. This is one shot for all these because I'm just testing it. So pretty amazing ability to mess with, some would say, human emotions, manipulate human emotions. Be aware that this exists. If you found this test helpful, please do like and subscribe. It really does help me out.